everyone, welcome to another episode of The Beauty Shaman. And I'm here today with my very good friend, Deborah. And Deborah is, she's a professional writer, and I'm going to let her talk about what she does, and then we're going to get started on what her concerns are with makeup. So Deborah, tell us, I keep wanting to shorten your name. I always call her Deb. So what do you do? What's your gig?
What's my gig? So I've had my own business for 28 years, more than 28 years, as a direct response copywriter. So I help you communicate your marketing message in a way that helps captivate and convert your prospects into what I say are loyal, raving fans.
Yes.
And then I'm a speaker, and so I speak on the topic of marketing and cost-effective ways to increase your visibility and gain top-of-mind awareness in the marketplace so that you can attract a steady stream of clients and make more money and live a lifestyle that includes flexibility, freedom, and fun to do what you love.
Love your stump speech. That's awesome.
A stump speech? I've never heard that.
What do you call it?
I don't know. A positioning statement?
It's positioning statement. My positioning statement is I need chocolate every day. That's my positioning statement.
Chocolate's good.
Chocolate's good. And Deborah has also written a book that I love called
Millionaire Marketing on a Shoestring Budget.
Love this book. Highly recommend it for marketing. Very clearly laid out. So great. Thanks, Deb.
Sure.
Deborah.
Thank you.
I'm not going to be able to call you Deborah.
That's okay.
So let's talk about what your concerns are. What are you here today to learn about?
So one thing I like to learn is I don't like to do a whole lot of preparation and making up. So I want a simple way to make sure I look good. But also, I think when I'm on a stage speaking, it requires a little bit more than just what I might wear day to day. So those would be helpful tips. Okay. Pointers.
So what we're going to do is do like a very everyday look, something very straightforward and simple. I'm going to try to use very minimal steps, something you could do in 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Cool.
And then we're going to take it up a level. And there's certain things that you can do when you're going to go on stage that will make your eyes pop out, make you stand out. Okay.
Sounds great.
So your skin is really dry and dehydrated. So I'm going to tell you off. Are you ready? Ready to be told off? Do not use even a mild soap. You need to use a cream soap or an oil soap to wash your face because your skin is very, very dry. And one of the things that really, your skin is just drinking this in, what I'm putting on it. So I put on, originally, the first thing I put on was a vitamin C serum. It empowers your skin. So I love vitamin C, and the line I've just used on you is Image. I love Image. It's a esthetician's line, but it can be found at estheticians' shops, and you can buy it online as well. But anyway, so then I also used a moisturizer for extra dry skin. And put that on top, and your skin is just drinking it.
I was going to say, it feels like you're putting a lot on, whereas I usually put on a lot because I think it's going to be too much.
Right, so you're used to feeling dry, and that's hard to switch that over to moisture. Feeling like this is probably about half the moisture you need. Like I would even do more on you, just to balance the pH in your skin, because the pH, when you get too dry, your pH goes all wonky. So this is eye cream. It's called Ageless Total Eye Lift. So it's just a really good eye cream, and this is going to end up just really hydrating around your eyes and minimizing the dehydration. And you're just very dehydrated.
So it's a moisturizer as well?
Yeah, but you use it specifically around your eyes. They're a little bit, they're heavier around your eyes. So what that's going to do is it's going to help the foundation to really sit better on your skin. But also it's just going to help your skin to look more like happy and alive and shiny and bright. And
happy skin.
Happy skin, yes, we're going for happy skin. So I would get a whole different regime. Don't know if you have a favorite skincare line, but you just want a decent skincare line, but that's made for dry skin for this area. Bobbi Brown Extra Repair. It comes in a serum, eye cream, and moisturizer, and I think even a night cream. So it's a great line, but it's great for dry skin.
Do all three or...
I think pick and choose according to your budget. I mean, definitely a different cleanser. I mean, I would say they make an oil cleanser as well in Bobbi Brown that I really love. And other lines also make oil cleansers or like a cream cleanser that's thicker. But what that's doing is, because right now you're stripping your skin. Using even the mild soap is very dehydrating and stripping. It doesn't really benefit you. So I would find a line, like I'm just saying Bobbi Brown because I know in Colorado that it really is a big seller just because of the extra repair. Yeah, the dryness. But Image, the line that I'm using, is really good for that. Chanel makes some amazing, but it's budget, right? Like how much do you want to spend, all of that. So I think according to your budget, find one, but I would get a really totally different cleanser and a moisturizer for sure, those two things. And then, see where you are budget-wise and you can get more. But
So the soap you're saying should be oil?
either an oil soap, I know that sounds really bizarre,
Yeah.
but,
Yeah.
or like a really heavy, like a creamy cleanser.
Okay.
Cream cleanser or an oil cleanser, let me put it that way, so yeah. But I want you to take the soap and throw it out the window and, be done with it. Give it a funeral.
Play the music. Shed a tear.
That's right. I'm so sad to see my beloved soap. Yeah, you're so dry up here. It's really...
Yeah, I notice it mostly up here.
Yeah, you're super dry up there. Also we talked about this when I interviewed with Kirsten, my esthetician. We talked about internal things you can do. But it's taking omega-369s. That really will help to put more oil into your body. Yeah, because your whole body is probably very dehydrated.
Dry.
Yeah, and then getting oils on the inside as well as on the outside is going to...
Helps.
It makes a huge difference. And I think women over like 40, 50 years old, we need to take about 3 tablespoons a day or more. I think even I was doing 4 for a long time. So 2 in the morning and 2 in the evening.
So of an omega...
Of omega-369. So,
okay.
Yep. And it really helps a lot. If you want more information on skincare and what works best for age 40 and up, watch my video with Kirsten, who's a licensed esthetician. Okay, so we're gonna move on to foundation. So you just now and again wear foundation, right?
And then when I do, it's, like I said, a tinted moisturizer by Laura Mercier.
That's great. I think I recommended that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Laura Mercier. It's a great line.
But when I wear it, I don't feel like it's really covered up.
Yeah, it's very sheer. Well, as you take better care of your skin, you're not going to have those concerns quite as much, I think. Because the lighter the foundation, the more you have to really have healthy skin to be able to wear it. So this is a really light foundation too. Probably going to cover more than the tinted moisturizer though. Because I use this.
What are you using?
So this is RCMA. It's available for professionals, but I believe that normal non-professionals can buy it. I'll put a link at the bottom. But I actually put product in it to make it so it's more sheer, because I want it to be even more sheer than how it comes.
So what do you add to it?
It's like a thinning agent that they provide. Yeah, I used to know what was in it, but I don't remember now. But it really works. So on you with foundation, I really am just doing kind of the T-zone, pulling it a little bit down. I don't put it all over. You don't need it all over. So really it's just to kind of lightly even your skin out is all I'm doing. So I'm going to actually show this to you.
And I see my wrinkles. Can you do something about getting rid of all these?
Getting rid of the wrinkles, I know. Well, with wrinkles, so this is a great question with wrinkles, because I agree with you. When I put makeup on, I don't want to see them. So it's a twofold thing. I just completely threw my brush. Is that the better you take care of your skin, it all starts with the skin, and using those products, it's going to minimize lines. And then when you put foundation on, it's not going to show as much. Yeah, and then you'll use your tinted moisturizer, and it'll just even it out, but you won't be able to see it. So really, the key really is starting with the skin. Foundation can only do its job of just evening things out. It really can't hydrate. Like you can't use your foundation to hydrate or anything, because it's just going to sit on your skin and bring out fine lines unless your skin is healthy. So
are you putting on something different?
So this is a little bit of concealer,
okay.
Just a tiny bit, just right in the edge. I think as we get older, do not pull it all the way across. Like a lot of women
want to go.
Yeah, they want to forget it, right? That's not what concealer's for. Concealer is a heavier coverage, is all that is. So I'm just going to cover,
some spots.
But with age spots and things like that, my view is it's better not to try to cover them, because if you do, it just starts to look more and more made up. So the better thing is to go at it with getting facials and using good skincare and that kind of thing, as opposed to trying to cover it.
With
makeup.
I
just don't. Yeah, covering with makeup is never going to work for things like that. It just doesn't. Now, if somebody goes on camera, I have a pretty thick Derma Blend product that I can use to put on top and minimize. And people can do that. Maybe I'll do a show on that. But at this point, I would say on an everyday basis, it just is it's better to go at it the other way. So there, now it's good. Yeah.
Now what powder?
That was just a very, very sheer translucent powder. I actually use a Ben Nye, which is a professional line, but you can use, most lines make a really sheer translucent powder. And that's what you want. And don't have any color in it. It's just going to go on your skin very lightly. Especially as we get older, less powder. And because we're in Colorado, like you can probably not wear powder every day. I wouldn't even buy that for you. But because I've just put all this cream on you, face. You're like, shine! And then if I try to put blush on right now, it'll streak. So I have to put a little powder on you. But another thing you can do is to use a cream-based blush. And so just do moisturizer, a little bit of foundation, and a cream-based blush. Don't even use your powder, you know, because it's all going to soak in. But because we're on camera, I need to. Okay. So yeah, but cream blush is blush. Cream blush is awesome. I don't really use it because I'm using for camera. So we're going to fill in your eyebrows a little bit. So the idea with filling in eyebrows is you want to match the person's roots, the roots of their color. But I'm going to warm it up a little bit because her hair is a little bit warmer. So I'm mixing a couple colors here. Kind of a blonde color as well as a little bit of a warmer tone. But you don't want to do, I'm not going to do too much because then it looks weird, right?
I would think it might.
Yeah. No, we're not into looking weird.
And so you prefer a powder like you're using as opposed to like a brush, not a brush, a pencil?
Some people really love a pencil, and I've been using it for years. I find for me, because I work in television and the lights are hot, it can melt because pencils are wax-based.
Gotcha.
So I don't like to use them. But I think if you find one that you like and that you use, I would say stick with it. It's great. It can be great, but I won't use them. So even though I have them, I won't use them.
I don't have
good. So you have, so we're going to go into some color now. So you've got a nice blue shades on. I always look at what your clothes are, what your hair is. And we're going to go towards cooler tones basically on you. So I'm just going to do kind of a light rosy blush on you.
Okay.
Just right on the apple of your cheek. We're just going to add a little bit of color. Not a lot. And I really just want to make it look like you're just, healthy. Out for a run in Boulder. Woo! Waving at all the men. Hi!
It's getting made up before we go out and sweat.
It's me, I know. And I'm the one in ripped old clothes and holes in the crotch and no makeup on and sweating and grunting and stinking.
That's me.
Yeah, that's me too. So I'm going to do a little bit of a raspberry lipstick on you. So I think as we age, lip liners become more and more important, as do wearing the right color. So this is a raspberry, which is a beautiful color on Deborah. I think when you're like in your 20s and 30s, you can kind of wear all those neutral, like LA, our videographer can put on like this neutral, shiny, pinky color that I bought for you, right? Beautiful. I can't wear that, right? And Deb can't wear that. We got to wear color. You have to break out of that and really pop a little color on your face. So this is just really a pretty raspberry. It's actually a Mary Kay color, and it's called Whipped Berries. It's the only Mary Kay thing I have, but I keep buying it because it's such a great, perfect berry color. So, and then lip liners also keep your lipstick from heading in the direction you don't want it to. Goes south, goes north, it spreads. So lip liners are really great for that. I also put some foundation on your lips and some powder, and that helps to keep it on too. So, but that's a beautiful shade.
And so the pencil matches, because I was expecting this like a pencil line.
So
but it just blends in.
I think with we mature ladies, it's really I like to either match it or go slightly. Maybe slightly darker, but but really just match, or almost like a color that's just so neutral that it doesn't even really show up, because I'm just trying to sharpen the line. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not, because I think if you do too dark, it doesn't work.
Look good.
Like I think lines, any line, like an eye line or a lip line, any heavy duty line doesn't work as you get older. You really want soft. So I always think in terms of soft. Gorgeous. All right, so we're going to do your eyes. So this is natural, everyday eye. We're not doing anything fancy here with Deborah's eyes. But you have beautiful blue eyes. Well, they're kind of bluey green, we were discussing earlier. Not like,
depends what day it is.
Depends on what day, yeah, how she's feeling and who you're mad at, right?
Hopefully not too many
people. So I'm just going to bring out her eyes. I'm going to do... I think it's called patina. It's
kind of gold.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a goldiness. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling that color right now. So we're going to do it. I'm just gonna go on your lid with this. You know, I'm not into frosty things really. I'm not a frosty person. But I think a little bit is really pretty, and it can really jump out, especially on camera. Depends on how. If it's too shiny, it's like it's not going to happen.
Look good.
Yes. So, and especially as we age, if you use too shiny of a color, it's like, why do you have that on? You look kind of like you got out of it.
Trying to look younger.
Yeah, or you got out of an insane asylum. You know, one or the other. So, so I'm just using a brownie color now in the crease. So. And that's this color here. It's called Era by MAC. I use this color a ton on people. It's just a really good brown. And I'm just kind of going in the crease. And kind of in the crease and on her lid. So I'm sort of blending things together. Again, we're not going for like a line or anything super specific. Let's see. Gosh, it got really warm in this room again.
Because you're busy.
Perspiring. So this is a waterproof MAC liner called Espresso. So waterproof because we're going to do this in your waterline. So I want you to look right here and kind of down a bit. So this is such a great trick. I do this on everybody. Just for every day. This looks so natural. You just pop it underneath. And go ahead and look.
So
look
you're
at the
doing
difference.
It underneath
the lashes.
Yeah, like in there, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
just under here. So look just at that camera so you can see the difference. It just opens up your eye. Look down again. You do the same. And you know, you could do this with mascara and walk out the door and you look really polished. It's just a really nice kind of trick.
Touch.
And I'm not going to use it on top of Deborah's
lid.
I am going to instead use an eyeshadow. This is called Espresso by MAC. And I'm going to use it with this little slanted brush. And the reason I'm going to do that, close, is I just want soft. So I'm kind of just brushing it up. And once you get good at this, it takes you a minute. But when you first start doing it, you feel really like it's all over your face. It's just practice. Because you got that lovely slant. And it's just a little bit of liner. Very, very soft.
And it doesn't feel like you're going like to the corner of the eye. You're just going to the outside.
I'm going tip to tip, but it's just very soft. It's not. Look at me. Yeah. See, that really makes your blue eyes pop out. It's beautiful. I'm gonna go a little bit. Look up. Little tiny bit underneath. So warm browns bring out blue and green. So that's why this is really working on you. I think if you have a lot of darkness underneath your eye, I would not go for any color like purples or anything like that because it brings it out. But if you do warm tones like this, it's like gorgeous. So I'm gonna do a little mascara and then we're gonna pump up Deborah's eyes to be public speaker. And I've been to Deborah's public speaking when she's teaching about LinkedIn and other great gigs, right? And you're like
my millionaire marketing workshop that I did.
Yeah, it was wonderful. Yeah, it was. I learned so much. I'm still using all those tricks. Look down here. So the question is, how should Deborah do her makeup when she's in front? So we're gonna. Ooh.
Sorry.
Yeah, don't blink. You just ruined things. I'm kidding.
Watch it.
We just got a big old smudge. We can edit that out. Yeah, it's all right.
Nice little black dots underneath.
Yeah, just keep looking down. And just try not to look up until it's dry. So you have amazing lashes.
Really? I feel like they've been getting shorter and sorry.
They're
hard time not blinking.
That's okay. They're very long, actually. And probably like coating them from the tips up will help you feel like you've got more lash. Not just doing something superficial.
It feels like you're going like this as opposed to going like this.
So I use the tip to really coat them. So I really coat it and then I go back and I do that. So it just makes them so much more dense. And then you can do layers, like
layers of mascara.
Yeah, like let it dry for a minute, come back, do another layer. Oh my gosh, yeah, beautiful. And I don't like it on the bottom lashes. I don't tend to do that. because I don't know why. It's like a quirky. I just don't like it. I feel like it
That's gonna be
smudges.
my next question is like, why not the bottom?
Yeah, it smudges. If it doesn't smudge on you, then great. But on most
Oftentimes
people,
it
it really
does.
smudges, and especially for on camera, people get nervous, they sweat, and all of a sudden their mascara starts to smudge. So I really don't ever do it. But you know, if you can do it in your everyday life, go for it. Okay, so that's every day. So really, just really supernatural, very pretty. I'm gonna leave the lips the same, but we're gonna pump up her eyes just a little bit because of like if she's doing her presentation, being on stage. Let me pump up your cheeks a little bit, and then I think blush is really important when you get in front of an audience. Is do your lips and do blush because you need the color.
Do you use bronzer at all or no?
You can. I didn't use
Usually
any
it's a bronzer, and then I put a little bit of blush like
You
here.
can, yeah, absolutely. I didn't use bronzer. I'm doing well. I didn't use it, but if you feel like you want that, my struggle with bronzer is that bronzer tends to have a lot of iridescent little flakes in it, and sometimes that's not so good on older skin. It just isn't as good. So I'm a little bit iffy when I use that. I mean, I use it sometimes on myself, not very much, yeah. But color is really the most important thing, really, because putting that little extra punch of cheek on you, like your face just really wakes up. Okay, so to pump up Deborah's eyes, I'm gonna do, this is a MAC paint pot, fluid line, called Drip Down. Okay, so this is a brown, like a really nice espresso kind of brown. And I've talked about not having lines. Well, liquid is of course a line, right? But I'm gonna soften it down, and that's gonna make your eyes pop out more. So putting on liquid is a little bit dicey. So the trick really is getting a good brush. It's lovely. It's like a nice little tip to it there. So go ahead and close. So you kind of just want to get it right next to your lashes. And you know, people always say don't pull on the skin, like don't do this. I always kind of have to a little bit. That's just you know, it's just reality. But I go right next to the lashes, and to do this on yourself, it just takes practice. The way I do it is I look down my nose into a mirror, and then I kind of do it that way, as opposed to trying to go at it like here, you'll get it all over the place.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so I kind of would hold the brush to the side, you know? Doing this on someone else actually is pretty easy, because I'm just going right next to her lashes. Very, very simple. Well, what this does is it adds density around your eye. And especially this is a really nice brown. So it's really gonna be so pretty. Okay, look at me. Okay, look over there. And I'm gonna go tip to tip. So I go from one end to the other. You don't miss in between the eye. Same on the other eye. The trick is just getting it next to your lashes. It really, and going between your lashes, that's the idea. And I kind of use very small strokes.
So you don't want like a heavy, thick line.
Right, you don't want a thick line. And I really want it to be a little bit thicker on the outer edge than on the inside. Look at me. You look over there. And again, don't neglect the inner, let me see. And that just makes your eyes nice and long. That's very beautiful. That's kind of glamorous on you, actually.
So what's the point? You said thicker on the end?
A little bit thicker on the outer edge, yeah. Just kind of pulls the eyes out a little bit. Some people really go to town with that for
some
more of
people
a,
go, whoop, you know.
Yeah, and that's nice. But I think as we get older, that looks like you're trying too hard.
Makeup,
you know, unless you're not like Ava Gabor or something, right? Or Zsa Zsa Gabor. I mean, we're not able to pull it off. I'm not able to pull it off. Okay, so we're gonna just make Deborah's eyes pop out a little bit more, soften that line. This is for her public speaking. Okay, so close. All right, so I just take like a slanted brush with espresso. I'll show you, this is the color I used earlier on with the pencil, with the really thin brush. Now I'm just gonna put it on top.
So you're putting a powder.
I'm putting a powder on top of it, and that takes away the line. And you can see I just sort of brush it. Just soft. And the goal here, and you can use a different color. This is a fairly strong color. I could use a shade or 2 shades lighter than this, or something slightly more reddish to go with your hair, if I wanted to, but I think we're fine just to use this. And you can really use like any color, whatever color liner, then you can put another color on top. Like if you wanted to use a grape or something, you could do that. But you just gotta watch it's not too bright, right? Because if you get you know, I think if you're 12, it's okay. If you're
So everything you've been doing has been shades of brown.
Yeah, we're just doing browns on you. I think browns are great because of your hair color and your eye color. Browns are really beautiful on you. So look up. And I'm just going to put a tiny bit underneath. Okay, just very softly blending that in. Very pretty, but you know, under eye, a lot of women go way too heavy underneath their eyes. I don't know why. Don't go heavy under your eyes. I think always we want to lift up, right? So we're lifting, so our eyes come up and out, right? So that's why I did what I did. Did I answer your question today? Do you feel like we?
Yeah, you kept it simple. And then to be on stage, it just looked like one or two
Extra
liners. Yeah.
Thanks for watching this edition of The Beauty Shaman. I hope you've learned a lot today. Please subscribe to my channel so that you get the latest updates for makeup tips and tricks from The Beauty Shaman. Thanks for watching.